Welcome back to Interview Mock Lab podcast. Today we're getting into something huge, finding remote work. So many of you are trying to navigate this right now.
Oh yeah, it's definitely top of mind for a lot of people.
The whole work landscape has shifted, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially since the pandemic. And yeah, there are way more remote jobs, particularly in tech, it feels like.
There are. The numbers have exploded.
But landing one, that still feels like a real challenge sometimes.
It can be. I mean, companies see the benefits, sure, productivity, cost savings maybe, and people want that flexibility.
Of course.
But more demand means, more competition. You've got to be smart about your search.
Exactly. So that's what we want to do today, give you some real practical strategies. And we're lucky because we're drawing insights from someone who's actually doing it, living the digital nomad life.
Right. Someone with that firsthand experience.
They've been through the remote job hunt, the ups and downs, and have some really fantastic insights, whether you've got years of experience or you're just starting out.
And that firsthand perspective is so valuable, isn't it? They often have those tips and tricks you don't find in, standard career guides.
Things that actually work because they've tried them.
Exactly. Learned by doing.
Okay, let's get into it. So our source really emphasizes that before you even look at a job ad, there's some thinking to do, some self-assessment.
Pausing first.
Asking yourself some pretty fundamental questions.
Yeah, that clarity up front is just what's crucial. It helps you focus, stops you wasting time on jobs that aren't really right for you.
Makes sense. So first big question. Are you looking for a full-time remote job? Something stable?
With benefits and all that?
Or are you maybe more open to freelance gigs? More flexibility, maybe easier to find initially?
That's a key distinction. Our source mentioned freelance might be quicker to land at first. Yeah.
But the number of full-time remote roles is growing fast, especially in tech.
Definitely. Full-time gives you that structure, benefits usually. Freelancing is more autonomy, but also more hustle. Finding clients, managing yourself.
Good point. Okay, next step. Money, salary expectations.
Always important.
But also what else matters? Beyond just the paycheck. Our source mentioned things like book funds or vacation stipends, even team retreats.
Yeah, those perks. Especially seeing those in digital marketing tech roles.
They can really add up, can't they? Makes you think about the whole package.
Totally. Don't just look at the salary number. Think about what else enhances the work experience, especially remotely.
Right. Then getting specific about the role you want, not just marketing job.
No, way too broad.
Are you aiming for content manager, VP marketing, copywriter, SEO specialist, something else?
Knowing that specific title or maybe a couple of target titles helps so much.
Because then you can use those exact keywords in your search.
Precisely. Cuts through all the noise, finds the stuff that actually fits your skills.
And speaking of skills,
Yeah.
got to be honest with yourself. Do you need to maybe learn something new? Or brush up on something?
Self-assessment time again.
The good news is there are tons of resources. Free Code Camp, Codecademy, Coursera, Udemy, Skillshare, the list goes on.
And many are free or pretty affordable. Continuous learning is almost essential now, especially in tech and digital fields. Keeps you relevant.
Definitely. Okay, last bit of prep work, but it's a big one. Resumes and cover letters.
Ah, yes. The application itself.
Generic just doesn't work anymore, does it? You have to tailor that resume for each job.
Absolutely critical. Only include the experience that's actually relevant to that specific role.
Pull out the skills they're asking for. Make it obvious you're a good fit.
And a custom cover letter, not just a template. Maybe even a link to a personal website or portfolio.
Yeah, a portfolio is great, especially for creative or tech roles. Shows, doesn't just tell.
Exactly. It's your first impression. Make it count. Make it sharp and focused.
Okay, groundwork done. Now, how do you find these jobs? Our source shared some really good strategies, almost insider hacks.
I love a good hack.
First one, using remote-specific job boards. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Go where the remote jobs are listed.
It's a smart starting point. Saves you wading through listings on general sites that aren't actually remote.
These boards attract companies actively looking for remote people.
Right. Increases your odds. But it's worth checking out a few different boards. They sometimes cater to different industries or levels.
Good tip. Our source mentioned a few types, like flex jobs, which screens jobs, apparently.
Offers.
Covers lots of categories.
Screening is good. Adds a layer of trust.
Then we work remotely simple layout, tons of users, lots of jobs.
High volume can be useful for seeing what's out there.
Remote.co hand-curated listings. That sounds promising. Maybe higher quality.
Potentially, yeah, someone's vetting them.
Power to Fly was mentioned, specifically for women job seekers, with vetting too.
Niche boards can be great for finding supportive communities, too.
Also, JustRemote.co focused on developers, marketers, designers. Remote tech jobs self-explanatory, thousands of recent tech roles.
So getting really specific there for tech folks.
And even geographically specific, like Remote Scout 24 for the DACH region, Germany, Austria, Switzerland.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, lots of specialized resources depending on your field or even location.
But it's not just about job boards. Networking came up as hugely important.
Always does. It's consistently one of the best ways to find any job, remote included.
Your contacts might know about openings before they're even posted, right?
Exactly. The hidden job market. Networking taps into that.
And the advice was to start with people you already know, feel comfortable with. Old colleagues, classmates.
People you have some rapport with already.
Then expand out to people who share your interests, your career goals.
And remember, reaching out isn't usually seen as an imposition. People often like helping others in their field. It's a business matter, not a personal favor usually.
Build genuine connections, not just asking for jobs.
Right. Cultivate relationships. Build a community around your work.
So where to find these people? Email lists, LinkedIn obviously, Twitter DMs maybe?
Slack channels for your industry, Facebook groups, community sites like Inbound or Hacker News.
Lots of places online.
And when you reach out, the tips were, ask about their work first. See if you can help them.
Nice touch. Offer value.
Reference past chats if you have them. Keep it short, friendly. Make it super easy for them to refer you if something comes up.
Good practical advice there. Be concise. Be pleasant.
Okay, now this next one is clever. Finding jobs that aren't even advertised publicly.
The hidden ones. How?
Well, companies use applicant tracking systems, right? Software like Zoho Recruit, Bamboo HR, JobVite, Workable.
To manage applications internally?
Exactly. You can't search inside them directly, but you can use Google's site search feature.
Like searching within a specific website.
Precisely. So you could try searching Google for something like site.bamboo.com copywriter or site.workable.com remote marketing.
So you're telling Google, only show me results from this specific recruiting platform's domain that contain my keywords.
You got it. Or search within a specific company's career page using site.companyname.com careers remote or site.companyx.com/project manager.
That is smart. You might uncover jobs posted on their internal system, but not pushed out to major boards yet.
Shows real initiative too. Also mentioned using Twitter's advanced search with specific company domains and keywords.
Okay, another proactive method. Cold emailing or direct outreach.
Reaching out to companies you admire, even if they don't have a job listed.
This takes some guts, maybe, and research.
Definitely research. You need to understand the company, their needs, their challenges, look at their recent work, their blog, their competitors.
Then craft a really personalized email, not just, hi, hire me.
No, focus on them. How could your skills help them solve a problem or reach a goal?
Demonstrate you've done your homework.
And track your outreach, maybe in a spreadsheet. Include links to your LinkedIn or portfolio. Keep it professional, not overly pitchy.
It's about showing value, even if they weren't actively looking right that second.
Right. Planting a seed.
Okay, what about speed of application? Does being first matter?
Potentially, yeah. Our source suggested there can be an advantage to being an early applicant.
Especially if your application is really strong and hits the mark.
Exactly. Hiring managers might see a great fit early on and decide to move quickly before they get buried in hundreds of applications.
So speed can help, but quality still matters most, right? Don't rush a bad application.
Absolutely. Quality first. But being prompt doesn't hurt. Yeah. Setting up alerts, Google alerts, maybe TalkWalker, mention for new postings can help you be quick.
Good tools. And finally, treating the whole job search like a project.
Yeah, getting organized. It can feel overwhelming otherwise.
Break it down. Smaller tasks, checklists.
Learn from each application what worked, what didn't. Use reminders, calendars. Stay structured.
Makes it feel more manageable, less chaotic.
Gives you a sense of control in what can be a tough process.
Okay, that's a ton of great stuff for experienced folks. But what if you're looking for a remote job with, well, no real experience, or very little?
Yeah, that's a big question for many people starting out.
And the good news, according to our source, is it's definitely possible. You can find remote work without a long CV.
It's a myth that all remote jobs need years of experience. There are entry-level roles out there.
You just need to know how to find them and position yourself.
Right. First step. Filter your search specifically for entry-level.
Look for titles like coordinator, assistant, associate.
Exactly. The example given was someone active on social media personally, maybe search for remote social media coordinator entry level.
Leverage what you already know and do, even if it's not formal work experience yet.
Find that overlap between your interests or existing skills and potential entry-level remote jobs.
And again, read those job descriptions carefully. Even more important here.
Definitely. Make sure it's truly remote, check location rules, but mostly see what skills they do want.
And tailor your application to show you have those foundational skills, even if not from a previous job.
Show your potential and your willingness to learn. That's huge for entry level.
Networking still matters here too, right? Even without lots of professional contacts.
Absolutely. Think mentors, former classmates, teachers, people from online courses.
Let them know what industry you're interested in, what tasks you feel ready for.
They might know of something, or even provide a reference based on your character or work ethic from school or projects.
Don't underestimate those
Right
connections.
there.
Okay, and this is maybe the most crucial point for entry-level transferable skills.
Yes. Highlight these heavily.
These are skills you picked up anywhere: school, volunteering, personal projects, hobbies that apply to lots of jobs.
Communication, time management, organization.
Analytical thinking, research skills,
Yeah.
things like that.
Make them prominent on your resume, in your cover letter. Show how skills from, say, organizing a student event translate to project coordination.
And always emphasize you're eager to learn and contribute. That positive attitude counts.
It really does. Employers often bet on potential and attitude for entry-level roles if the core transferable skills are there.
Our source also gave examples of common entry-level remote roles,
Yeah, good to have concrete ideas.
like social media coordinator, using your social savvy, administrative assistant, leveraging organization skills,
Customer service representative, good communication is key there.
graphic designer if you have creative skills and a portfolio, even from personal projects.
And content writer if you enjoy writing and can show examples like blog posts or articles you've written.
So these are roles where the barrier to entry might be lower, a good place to start.
Definitely fantastic starting points. You gain experience, build skills, and can then move up into more senior remote roles later.
Great. So summing it all up then, finding remote work today, it really needs a plan, a proactive strategy.
It's not passive. You have to go after it.
Whether you're experienced or new, it's about doing that prep work, defining your goals clearly,
Using the right tools like those specific job boards.
leveraging your network, thinking outside the box for hidden jobs.
You're presenting yourself effectively tailored resume, highlighting skills, especially those transferable ones if you're starting out.
It really boils down to preparation, strategic action, and just sticking with it, doesn't it?
Persistence is key. It's an evolving landscape, remote work, but the opportunities are there if you approach it with intention and, a willingness to learn as you go.
Well put. And for everyone listening, just remember, taking that first step is huge. Don't get overwhelmed.
Break it down.
The remote world has so much potential. With focus and persistence, you can find your spot.
Absolutely. Take ownership of your search. Go find that flexibility fulfillment you're looking for.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this discussion on finding remote work. If you found this information valuable, please do like and subscribe to the Interview Mock Lab YouTube channel for more insightful content.